Hey guys, back for another explaining countries video. Today we're going to be explaining the USA. Yeah, the USA, a little smaller than Canada. That's my last video. Make sure you go check that out if you haven't. That one was similar to that. So 8 categories. So let's jump into military. So the military of the USA has 1.4 million active soldiers. So that's like a lot. I think that's 0.1%. No. Of the US. No, I don't think that's true at all. Yeah, so the US also has 188,000 reserved soldiers. So then 5,500,000 tanks in the US Army. So that's a lot more than Canada. A lot more. They have a way stronger army. Definitely a way stronger army. Then there's 53 fast attack submarines, 14 ballistic missile submarines, 4 guided missile submarines, 31,000 planes in the U.S. Army, and the U.S. has 11 aircraft carriers. So basically, aircraft carrier, it's a giant boat, and yeah, it sails in like a war or something, and it brings a bunch of like vehicles, planes. Then they'll attack. They'll get near the coast of a country. Then they'll launch like a bunch of attacks that have like missiles on it and stuff like that. Yeah. The U.S. is ranked first in military strength in the whole world. So it has the most powerful military in the whole world. Oh, it has a little bit less nukes than Russia. I forget how many. Yeah, I'm not sure how many. There is nukes, something around. I'm not sure. Then yeah. Let's move on to the flag. So, the American Star Spangled Banner, not the anthem, the flag, because the flag is called the Star Spangled Banner, and the anthem is also called the Star Spangled Banner. So the flag, the 50 stars represent the 50 states. We'll get into that in the geography. The red represents bravery, the white represents purity, the blue represents justice, and the 13 stripes represent the 13 colonies where the U.S. came from. So I'll show you where the 13 colonies is on the map. So look where my mouse is, kind of like that area, kind of on the east coast there. That was where the 13 colonies were. And then I think they eventually kind of revolted, and then there was the Revolutionary War, and they took over the U.S. Yeah. All right, let's move on to geography. Geography is an interesting one, as the U.S. has a very good geography because they're kind of surrounded by weak countries, but don't they also have kind of a bad geography for some reason? I feel like it's something to do with mountains on the west or something. I'm pretty sure. So the U.S. is made of 50 states. All of these, like Colorado, Utah, and stuff like that. I'm not going to say all of them because that's way too many for one video. Then there's 14 territories. There being American Samoa, Guam, the Northern Mariana Islands, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the United States Minor Outlying Island, and many more. And there's the U.S. Virgin Islands. I think that's somewhere down here. There's U.S. Virgin. There's the U.S. Virgin Islands. All right, so down south is really hot. So Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Southern California, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida? Yeah, Florida. What? Wait. Where's Florida? Oh. Like the name wasn't showing. I know where it is, but the name wasn't showing for some reason. Yeah. So those are kind of considered the south where it doesn't snow, but up north it's cold. Not too cold, not this cold up here north. But Alaska is extremely cold because Alaska is kind of like outside the U.S. Same with Hawaii. It's kind of south. Yeah, it's also not getting any winter there. But it's always winter in Alaska. I just realized how close Alaska is to Russia. Like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they border each other. Don't they border, like, on this island or something? Yeah. Alright, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. Alright, let's move on to... Oh, yes. The U.S. is the 4th biggest country ever. Yeah. Let's move on to the language. This one's pretty interesting because the U.S. doesn't have a national language. Official language, I mean. Yeah, so, because I think it's because the Spanish speakers, because there's almost the same amount of Spanish speakers in the U.S. than English speakers. So I feel that I'm pretty sure they did it so they don't like offend Spanish speakers in the USA. Yeah, so the top 5 most spoken languages in the US are English, Spanish, Chinese, Tagalog, and Vietnamese. And 78% of the population speaks English, 13% speaks Spanish. Okay, I guess they're not similar. Spanish, English, way more people speak English, I guess. 1% speak Chinese, 0.5% speak Tagalog, and am I pronouncing Tagalog right? I'm not sure. And then 0.5% speak Vietnamese. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they're after the Vietnam War, when South Vietnam, North Vietnam got connected. I'm pretty sure a lot of people went like down here, kind of through between Taiwan and the Philippines, and then down into here. I'm pretty sure they took a flight. Some might have like took a flight over here. Then I think that's what happened. Just a lot of people came to the U.S. after the Vietnamese War. Yeah. Now let's move on to ideologies. There's not much to say about this one because, yeah, it's a straight capitalist country. No socialized programs like Canada. So say you break your arm, you gotta pay. So if you don't got money, you break your arm, I guess you're out of luck. Alright, population time. The U.S. has 331.9 million people living in the U.S. currently. That is way more than Canada. Canada only with 40 million. Go back, watch Canadian, the Canadian one. The explaining Canada video. It will be all the same categories, but the Canadian version. Yeah. So, and New York is the most popular city with 8.8 million, which is insane. Absolutely insane, because, like, I'm pretty sure PEI doesn't even have a million people. A city has more than PEI. PEI, a province. New York City in New York, not New York State, New York City has 8.8 million. That's pretty insane. Yeah, so the least populated is a village called Monau. I don't think I'm pronouncing that way. I'm pretty sure it's kind of in Colorado here. Here, let me look it up here. How you spell it? Let me see. Mon, Aui, USA. Monawi, USA. Yeah, it's this little thing in the U.S. Oh yeah, I was kind of right. It's in Nebraska here. Yeah, all right, that's pretty cool. U.S. Boom. Okay, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, so only with one person, by the way. Forgot to say that. So the most populated state in the U.S. is California with 38 million people, almost as much people as Canada has. That just kind of proves that Canada has a very, very small population. Of a state almost has more people than it. Yeah, the least populated U.S. state is Wyoming, with only 581 people, and the city has more than that. I mean, maybe that's where the Wyoming doesn't exist memes come from. It probably is. I just realized Wyoming is like a straight square, like literally straight lines, but that's what the U.S. does, and Canada, and Britain, and all these European countries. They just do straight lines. Yeah. And the U.S. is the third most populated country. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool. Wait. So, second is China. So, first is India. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, in 2023, it's 2024 now when I'm recording this video. It's a little bit after the New Year's, but 2023, somewhere close to Christmas, or no, not. I think in the summer, India got more people than China. So that's sad for China and good for India. I'm not sure how they're gonna fit all these people in India. I mean, I guess it is a flat map. Well, I mean, not in real life. It's a sphere in real life. But on this, it's a flat map, so maybe that's why. Maybe India is way bigger than it actually looks like. Because I think it is. I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's move on to economy. That's a pretty interesting one. Let's just get this covered real quick. The U.S. is $30 trillion in debt. I think a little bit more than $30 trillion. That's a lot. That's more than the U.S. economy, with the U.S. economy $25.44 trillion. But the debt is $30 trillion. Yeah, I wonder how much that's going to take to pay that. Isn't a lot of that because of the Louisiana Purchase? This area? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the U.S. GDP is $27 trillion. Pretty big GDP, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, then the GDP growth is 2.1%, so that's a good growth, I think. Yeah, that's good, I think. Then the GDP per capita is $83,000. I think that's pretty big because I'm pretty sure Canada was maybe 50,000. I don't know. Go check out the other video. Yeah. Now let's move on to life quality. Not much to say about this one. U.S. Pretty great place to live, I would say. Yeah. So the U.S. life quality is 17, right in front of Croatia and behind Canada, and 16th. Let's go Canada. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.